Merry Christmas, everybody. It's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. And because this is the season to be jolly, fa la la la, la 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 la, you are now going to have to spend the time of video listening to me rant and whinge about a garbage TV show because you lot get some sort of perverse satisfaction out of my brain melting each week. Happy Christmas! This week's episode is absolutely pathetic! Pathetic? Pathetic is the only way that I can describe it. There are certain rules which are becoming very apparent in the Discovery universe. Number one, Mikey Burnham can do no wrong. Number two, even when Mikey Burnham contradicts themselves, they're still right. And number three, we hate straight white males. Like, obnoxiously so. Those are the rules of Discovery. So, with that said, let's get into today's episode. I've got no idea who this guy is, but guess how many lines he said during this week's episode? I won't do the 30-second countdown thing, but we'll just go do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Boo! Correct. Fuck all! Not a single solitary word. He's just got to sit there and listen like a good little soy cuck while the whammons do all the whinging and the moaning and the alphabet community join in. That's all that's allowed to speak. That's all that's allowed to speak. But he's probably gay anyway because it's Discovery. Oh boy. So they're at the wake of Giorgio for that terrible two-parter that nobody could give a toss about. The alphabet community have segregated off, which they have, into their own little corner. You see, the gay engineer, he's the only person that talks to the they-them, who's also non-binary because they're a trill anyway and have a symbiote inside of them, who also has force visions of their deceased girlfriend, boyfriend, because they identify as male, but they just all hover together in one group and segregate from the rest of the crew. Nobody else has any involvement with them whatsoever. Star Trek Discovery, folks, we love segregation. So I don't know what their fucking pronouns are, and I don't care. I don't care. It's having a whinge and a moan. By the way, I know they're in the 20s, so get over it. You're a terrible actress. Terrible. I've seen planks of wood with more personality than this, really. And that says something, because my God, wood is everywhere in Hollywood nowadays. Oh, no pun intended. Hollywood. Yeah, that's all right. Holly mahogany. No, that didn't land at all, did it? So they're having a bit of a whinge because their girl, boy, man, friend, girlfriend, I don't know what they are, has gone missing, and then they turn up. And they're just like, hi, I'm still here. And they're just like, oh. And then gay engineer's just like, oh, I can't see them because they're in your mind, but ooh, if they could see me now, I'd give them a piece of my mind. And I was just like, I'm 30 seconds in and I just want to vomit! Vomit! This childish shit! You're 40-something years old, probably! I'll give you a piece of my mind, girlfriend. Ooh, what's the lesson next? Are we going to watch the boys play American football while we do sciences? Out of here. So nobody could care. Oh, look, the black people look at the gay people. That's all I got for that scene. Saru again. Right, so I need to back up a little bit. Last week there was I can't remember what Saru's race is called. Kelpians? I'm going to say Kelpians. Saru gets called into the Admiral, who's probably gay. And I'm not just saying this flippantly. They are probably gay. And he shows off the holo image of the female Kelpian. And Tilly says, "Oh look, she's got radioactive, burns because there's spots on her forehead, which shows that she's getting burned." And Saru just stands there and says nothing. And then now in the wake of Giorgio, he turns around and says, "Oh, by the way, those few days ago or whatever it is in a timeline." Where you said she had radiation poisoning, and we all kind of like went, okay, and moved on. Well, I was actually lying, and those dots mean that she's pregnant. Because we need a plot for this week's episode. So, we should probably go to the ship to see if there's a survivor. Okay. So they go to the nebula that the explosion happened. Now I could be eating crazy pills here, but wasn't the whole point of triangulating the information that they got to pinpoint where the burn originated from? Am I going mad here? And then, because they said it happened like through 3 points, I swear to God they said it happened in 3 points of time, but through 3 different explosions. But I don't know, maybe they forgot about that, or maybe we just don't care. But they get to this nebula, and they're just like, oh, we took some scans. We think this is where the burn originated from. You've fucking been doing that all season! Whatever. You knew that. So they fly in and the radiation is really high and they're all getting sick and Mikey Burnham! Mikey fucking Burnham! Says to Spock, it might be earlier, it might be later in the episode, but they say to Spock at some point in the book or Bok or whatever, ballless man whose testicles are in Mikey's purse. Mikey says to him, "Oh, I don't think Saru can be objective because this involves one of his race, his species." And I'm just like, Mikey, I ignore all the rules because I think I'm better than everybody. I jeopardize the crew at any given opportunity to serve me. I think that Saru can't be objective. Go fuck yourself. You writers are garbage. Absolute garbage. You can't even maintain continuity with your characters. Mikey Burnham is not just a sociopath, a freaking psychopath. For the little regard that they have for their crew's lives and people's lives. Making sure that they just get done what they want to get done. Unbelievable. So Book says, hey, Saru, I can get my ship in closer to do some scans. Get Discovery out of here. So Saru goes, all right. So he takes his crappy ship, which looks like garbage. And he's just like, oh, I'm immediately bleeding because I'm a man and I'm a weak male. I'm a weak male in a female universe full of fucking high school students. And then they take some scans. He said, right, I found a life sign and there's a big planet full of dilithium. Full of dilithium. And they're all like, this is great. We could use the dilithium. This is wonderful. Credits. There's Saru. There's more Saru. So they're talking to the Admiral, who's probably gay. And what he is, he probably had an affair with the Trill Admiral from Earth. That was intimated because you can't have cis heterosexual males on this show. Because this show is a discriminatory piece of shit that masks and disguises itself as inclusive and diverse. But it's not. It's full of bigotry and hate, just like the people who write it. So there's a cat. She says, do you like my pussy? And he says, seen better. And there's another black person. And then there's just like, oh, God, I don't care. So the two gay people now talk to each other. Now that the two black people have talked to each other with another black person there. No, that is literally Discovery. And he's just like, you can't go on the away mission because I love you so much. And he's just like, why aren't we having this conversation in private and not in the middle of engineering? And he says, oh, that's because A, emotion, and B, we've got to snog in front of everybody again for the third time this season because we're so inclusive. So he goes, all right, pucker up, big boy. I'm going to get my laughing gear right round you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, and, oh, Jesus Christ. Then we go to Mikey telling that her and Saru and Dr. Gay, they're going on the away mission to locate the survivor. They've got no radiation suits in the 34th century. They have some pills that might protect them for a short period of time, but radiation suits don't exist. I mean, they exist today on Earth in the 21st century and in the 20th century as well. But in the 34th century, no radiation suits. Sorry, folks. Just gonna have to burn up and die. And she's like, Tilly, you're gonna have to take the con. You're gonna be the acting captain. Acting captain! Acting captain of the ship. And then the hilarious thing was, and I swear to God, you couldn't have made this funnier if it was a comedy show. I mean, a purposeful comedy show. After she gives her the pep talk of you're the captain and we put a clitoris. No, this is true. We put a clitoris underneath one of the armrests of the con. So if you get stressed, just rub your finger over the clitoris and it calms you down. It keeps you in the moment. I ain't even fucking joking. And so when she finishes telling her that, the the announcement comes on and it says, this is to the person that's taking over Discovery. Can Ensign Tilly, can Ensign Tilly please report to the bridge? We have a ship full of trained officers, but can Ensign fucking Tilly, who can't pass a physical, can you please report to the bridge to take over control of the ship? This show is fucking garbage. 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 Oh my God, I'm 15 minutes in and I'm 15 minutes in. Oh no, we've got to speed this up. I can't talk about this show for too long. It's cripe. Oh yeah, and they cry, of course. Stop crying! You emotionally unstable weirdos. So they zip off and Tilly's just like, oh my God. I got the con. So they arrive on the planet and they have lost their uniforms. They have no uniforms anymore. They're dressed differently. They are now different races. Because that'll be I'm just trying to think of the mental gymnastics that the writers went through. Wouldn't it be like amazing if they like arrived? And because they're going to arrive in a holographic program that's trying to make them part of the holographic program, we change their races, even though their races are all programmed into the fucking holo program. But somehow all their radiation meds have vanished, so they can't protect themselves. So they're now on limited time. It's a ticking clock. It's a ticking clock and a magic box. It's a ticking clock and a magic box. Star Trek and a ticking clock with a magic box. Go fuck yourself. Fuck this show. This shite, boring piece of crap. So Mikey has become a Trill. Dr. Gay has become Bajoran, and Saru has become human, which gets Doug Jones out of that makeup. Put it back on, Doug. So they're just like, why are we like this? This has got to be a holo program. They're just trying to find the exit, and then they call the holo person, and they're just like, are there any straight white males in the universe? And she's just like, no. They were all killed in a mass genocide of 2021 when the left went so bizarrely, they ethno-cleansed the earth. And they were like, okay, yeah, makes sense. That's why everyone's fucking gay. And why we've only got about 3 humans left in a planet and in the world. So, like, it's a holo program, and I can't tell you how to get off. And then it's got, what's that? I can't remember what that artist is called with the steps coming in all different directions, but they take inspiration from that. Sorry, I say take inspiration. They steal. They steal from that. So they try and find the Kelpian, and they find the Kelpian, and the Kelpian is emotionally underdeveloped because it's been raised by a holo program, which is falling apart. And then Doug Jones is just like, you're a Kelpian, I'm a Kelpian, but for some reason, this stupid retarded program turned me into a human. Where if it realized I was a Kelpian, then it would make much more sense to keep me in my Kelpian form, because it would be something that you could immediately relate to, bearing in mind that you're the only sentient life form here, and you're Kelpian. Writers, did you even think? Did you even think for 3 seconds? No, you didn't, did you? You didn't, because do you know what you wanted to do? You wanted to segregate your little groups. You wanted your gays to talk, and you wanted your blacks to talk, and then you wanted your others, your cackling gaggle of women on the bridge to talk. You didn't want to give the Asian guy a single line. You wanted to make Spock as inoffensive as possible, and of course, no whiteys. But as the engineer is white, he's gay. He gets let off. He's in that group, that segregated group. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if we make Doug Jones white for one episode? So anyway, there's a monster behind the door. Of course, it's part of the holo program because it's a holo program. I gotta get past. Oh, there's the holo projections are just like, are you here to save the kid, to get the kid away? And they're like, yeah. And like, also, by the way, yeah, they're just like, are there any white people anywhere in the universe? And they're just like, no, didn't you hear about the cis white hetero ethno cleanse of 2021? And they went, oh yeah, sorry about that. So Mikey Burnham finds the guy again. She starts speaking to him, pretending to be, look at that. That's the, you're not listening to Mikey face. You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me? You're not listening. And she tries to talk to the crazy person. This is after she's been chased by the creature, which has come out. Excuse me, which is a Kelpian folklore creature. But it's all hologram anyway. So, what's she called? I can't remember what she's called. Orion woman. I don't care. I can't be... My brain doesn't want to learn these people's names. The Orion woman tricked the Federation, and she's actually gone after Discovery because she wants the spore drive. And she's like, hey, Tilly, I want your spore drive. Fuck them. I can't be asked to talk about that. I can't be asked to talk about this either. Let's just get to the Mean Girls stuff. Oh, yeah. So the Orion woman turns up. And she's just like, I'm going to take your spore drive. And Tilly's like, oh my God, you're like totally like projecting because we're in high school and I'm going to use high school psychology on you because that's the mental age of the writers because they haven't got any brain cells to actually think of anything clever or how people in authority would actually speak to each other. Let's go back a little bit. There's an old Kelpian and he tells stories and Doug gets off on it. She talks to the dude and she's trying to like, I'm trying to pretend to be a holographic program. I was like, fucking hell, you got more personality now. So now let's get to the stupidest part of the whole episode. The part where you just go, oh, for fuck's sake. Because they explain what the burn is, how the burn happened. How did all the dilithium on warp-activated ships suddenly explode universe-wide? What is the mystery of the burn? Is it short for Burnham? Has it got something to do with Mikey or her mother? Maybe, probably, because she's the center of the universe. No. Oh my goodness. So how did the burn happen? The burn happened because the kid on the holodeck on the dilithium planet, they had a temper tantrum. They got mad. And it projected a wave. And it blew up all the I'll go, fuck off! These writers, they have no payoffs. None. No payoffs at all. This is the most stupid, dumb, idiotic, pathetic reason for all the dilithium in the universe. Because there's a planet made of dilithium, and because they have a temperature and it combines whatever, that's going to go over the whole of the universe. Oh, fuck off. Jesus Christ, you are pathetic. These are the people that at school, their stories ended with, and they woke up and it was all a dream. They're the type of people that this is for. What a ridiculous, stupid reason for the burn. Absolutely dumb as. I would have just phasered him. There. No more temper tantrums for you. Computer, end program. The bint's dead. Well, the male, so there can't be a bint, but the dickhead's dead. Oh, the level of these people. Tilly's just like, she keeps rubbing the clit on the underside of the chair. And she's just like, you're not taking the spore drive. You're not taking any of the crew. And if you dare try, then I'm going to self-destruct the ship. Which all the crew shit themselves about because it's just a crew of children, not trained Starfleet officers who understand the risks that come with the role. No, they're just like, oh my God, I thought we were going to get ice cream after this. So Spock's just like, look, let me get back in my ship and I'll get down to the planet and I'll try and rescue them. And then Saru's just like, Mikey, you need to stay here on the planet while we go. And then Mikey's like, well, you're a Kelpian. It makes much more sense for you to stay, which is correct. But at the same time, Saru would have understood that himself and been like, Mikey, you go and Dr. Gay can go, I'll stay. But of course, they needed that moment where Mikey corrects the captain again because Mikey is better than everyone. Okay? So anyway, there's shields are down and then they board their ship. They just all transport onto the ship. Nobody on Discovery in this aggressive face-off is armed. In this aggressive face-off, where the ship that they've been facing off with, they know, want to aggressively take the spore drive. And nowhere did they think, do you know what? Now that the trap has been sprung, now that we've managed to cloak ourselves and get a little bit of time and respite, we should arm the crew in case they attempt to board. So we have a fighting chance. No, everyone just stand at your stations. Just pretend to be doing something. An Asian guy on the bridge, don't you dare fucking open your mouth and say a word, because we're not paying you. We're not paying you for that. We're paying you to be Asian and to look at the camera every so often so we can go, oh my God, we got an Asian guy on the bridge. Yeah, he's dating the black guy because everyone's gay, but representation. Box ship comes apart and then goes back together again because that's what it does in this stuff. Fuck off. Box saves Mikey. Mikey eats some meds. Bint woman, they, them, it, her, he, Ben. Fucking they stowawayed and went down to the planet. I don't care. I hope they die. They put a thing on a gay engineer so he can work the spore drive. And then they zap the Discovery away until he's just like, I am the worst captain ever. And it's just like, da, 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 Star Trekky Wars, da, 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 da. Why'd you do the Star Wars music as instead of the Star Trek? Because this has got nothing to do with Star Trek. Nothing at all. This episode was trash. It was tripe. It was terrible. It was written by a retarded 3-year-old who hasn't got out of the mental age of a high schooler. Merry Christmas! Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do get a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.